is number 12 instead of 11.
Yeah, it was wrong. I fixed it on Facebook. I forgot to fix it on. Yeah, I was doing posters and stuff for the number 12 and kind of blended it all together, I guess. So.
This is the spacey version of the opening scenes from Modern Family.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this opening. I've kind of worn it out, but it's just because I like it so much. Uh-oh, Richard Gray's got his Hotech collimator today. I knew it was looking straighter than ever. Great.
How many logged on so far?
What's that?
How many logged on so far?
I can't really tell. It's the way I broadcast. If I just go straight into one social media thing, I can tell. But we're simulcasting.
Yeah, I usually I'll
I see counts afterwards.
yeah, I'll do the YouTube thing when I can get on.
Yeah. Usually the initial audience, the live audience, is much smaller than the people that actually watch it. A lot of people watch it after it's broadcast.
Is it available? It is available for download or viewing later, isn't it?
Viewing later, yeah. So the Global Star Party, for example, probably had in aggregate maybe 150 people watch it live. Some part of it is now been watched going on 6,000 times. So Well, hello, everybody. We are here with you again on this bright and beautiful Monday afternoon, although there's clouds outside. You know, the temperature dropped a lot. That was really strange. It was like maybe 80 degrees on Saturday. When I got up this morning, it was about 50 degrees. So big temperature drop. We had a front move in. So, but you are watching the Explorer Alliance live program of the OpenGOTO community, and I've got with me Tyler Bowman, Jerry Hubble, who are regulars, and Ken Poshedly, former president of the Association of Lunar and Planetary Observers. And so we've got some cool things to talk about today, and we'll get started with Tyler. Tyler, what's happening out there with the OpenGOTO community and customer service?
The OpenGOTO community is still pretty lax. I'm still waiting for that storm to come in. There was one question about the Stellar Mate, trying to get it to hook up with the IXOS 100 and changing the baud rate, which I'll have to figure out that information as well. But there's a couple other in Reddit, YouTube, and I believe it was Facebook. Facebook question was for Gary Palmer of when's the best time to do some solar imaging. The next one is on a YouTube is if we can remake a video that involves a sun catcher, just to give it a little better, a revamp version. And then there's one in Reddit that actually pertains to the 100mm eyepiece, 100-degree eyepieces. Why are they so good, and why do they cost so much?
Well, they're so good because we use really nice glass in them. They have enhanced multi-layer deposition coatings, on all surfaces. The edges of the glass are flat black, so that you eliminate light scatter within the lens. It's a good design. It's got, there's virtually no chromatic aberration of the exit pupil. Off-axis images look great in them. So very, very popular. And the price of them is far less than a lot of others that are out there. So that's it. And plus they are, they're gas purged. We test them under a meter of water for half an hour. Okay. So you can imagine building them, testing them. If you have a leak, you got to start all over again. You got to tear it apart. You got to go all over again and do it. And then on top of that, if you register the product, we have a forever, no fault, transferable warranty. So even if your eyepiece is caught in a fire, okay, which this one was, all right, and melted, if it's registered with us and you can return that back to us, we give you a new one. There's no warranty like that on eyepieces in the world.
No, there's not.
Scientific.
And the other one was we've started some more videos for the Explore First Light series, so everybody needs to be on the lookout for those.
Yes, you did. So we'll have to run some of them on the show here. Well, that's great. Thank you very much. So anything else to add?
No, sir, that covers it as far as customer service standpoint. I'm hoping to learn something from Ken and Jerry as usual.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. So what else are we coming up on? Jerry had some excellent news. Jerry, we have been working on that Windows 10 network problem for, a couple of weeks now. So
Weeks, that's right.
yeah. So what happened today?
So just to recap the problem, there was a Windows update a few weeks ago, and we've had a couple of customers identify the issue, and then we finally figured out where it was coming from. Windows did an update, and they messed up I should say the PMC8 wireless connection to the Windows was not working correctly. It would not assign an DHCP service on the PMC8 would not assign an IP address to the host computer on Windows. And we narrowed that down to the security setting, the security type, which we're using WPA2-PSK security on the PMC8 system when it's secured. And it would not assign an IP address correctly. And we tracked it down to a specific Windows version, which we have a link to that information on our website. It's a version 1909 is what we found. And today, so our observatory computer did an update last night on Windows, and also I didn't do it on my machine, but Wes McDonald gave me a heads up to the update. And so I went there today and tested the new version of the Windows update, which is 2004. So the last one I had was 1909, and this one is now 2004 as the version number. And that seems to have corrected the problem. I can now connect the PMC8, can be connected from the Windows over a secure connection now, and it assigns an IP address correctly. So those systems, if you want to upload, or if you want to update your Windows 10 to version 2004, then that will alleviate the problem, it appears. I'd like to get some more feedback on that from other people to make sure that that is the case. But I tested it today on the observatory computer, and it seems to work fine. So I've not yet updated my home machine, or the development machine that I have yet. I was going to leave it like that for a while yet, but I wanted to test it on another machine, and that seems to have fixed it. So
Windows or Microsoft saw the problem and resolved the problem
I'd
themselves.
say they saw a problem that was probably that's not directly related to us, but it was a security key issue somehow.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure other people, as we were talking about earlier, I'm sure there's other companies that relied on this kind of connection and complained about it at one point. So, or maybe they discovered it on their own. But anyways, thankfully it did not affect very many people on our side. I think fewer than 5 people were affected.
Yes.
Out of our audience, so that's great. I'd like to recognize some of the people that are on with us today. We've got James, the astrophotographer. Dusty Haskins is with us. He had a great weekend. Richard Grace is with us. Joel Sweetman, happy Monday to all. Michael Whitaker, I think Michael's in the UK. Wolfgang, good evening from Germany. Thank you. Joel says rain and clouds almost every day lately. Richard Grace says got its Hotech collimator today, and thanks to ES, my newt is looking straighter than ever. So that's good. We don't want curved, you can have a curved glass. Never mind. Anyway, so Paul Maester says good evening all. That's great. Let's see.
Oh, we did. I guess we could say that Paul's PMC8 has been fixed and is on his way back to him.
Right.
I got with Ingo this weekend and reconfigured his system and PMC8 correctly, so it's good to go for him.
Yeah, hopefully Paul's got notification of the tracking number or something. Harmony Surf is on with us. Ron Delvaux, Bergman Scooter, Chuck Lewis. Let's see, who else? Tim Myers. Shailendra, who goes by the nickname of Chuck Staw from the UK. Steve Seedentop. Steve, how you doing, man? Brett Blake. I think I mentioned Tim Myers, but I'll mention him again. David Ing. Kanan Lucas is with us. Jennifer Shelley, she's on with us. Tim Myers finally had a chance to use the 50, I think they mean 52 degree eyepiece I won a couple of months ago. Simply amazing views, even through my little 4-inch SE. Awesome. Ron Dalbo says, when I was on the Star Party and mentioned my Facebook groups, I had more traffic. A bunch joined my hardware group. So some of you are active and are watching now or later or on the replays. Okay, great. Good. Glad that worked out. Jennifer says she won her door prize today. And let's see. Wade Prunty says he got his Exos 2 this weekend, got 8 hours with it on Saturday night, exclamation point. That's great. Shout out for Tyler from Dusty Haskins. He says, excited to see the next video. Tyler's a natural in front of the camera. That's great. What else? Wade says 2004 is working for him. That's great. Marco Polo, great news. Thanks for the update. I'll update my laptop and test it out too. So people are responding to your announcement there. That's great.
Good.
Brett Blake, well, Scott, I'll be imaging tonight. Got my brand new Galileo scope, cameras mount and working through, though focus is going to be fun. Yes, it is. The Galileo scope does not come with a Starlight Instruments Feather Touch focuser. Sorry. I don't even think there's an adapter for it. They'll make one for you, though, if you ask. Paul said he got his PMC-8, and it's working. That's great. So he's already done. Kanan Lucas, always nice to see your Explorer community lives. Thank you, Kanan. And Kanan says, cheers from Chile. Steve says, doing awesome. Hope all is well. That's great. Steve, you're going to have to join the Global Star Party. Looking forward to having you. So we'll have to connect up. David Samard, I was surprised the size of this month's, or the mount. Oh, the Exos 2 mount. You're surprised at the size of it. Okay. Very good. Okay.
Did you think it was big or did you think it was small?
No, usually it's the other way around. It is people don't expect the equipment to be as big as it is, so. But right now I'd like to introduce Ken Poshedly. Ken and I have met years ago at an event in, where was it? Was it Fredericksburg? Is that right?
Frederick, I think it's called Frederick, whatever. It was the Astronomical League convention in 2001 in Frederick, Maryland. Yeah.
A little while ago.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. But we're happy and honored to have you on today. The Association of Lunar and Planetary Observers has a new event coming up. We have a door prize that will be given out at that event, and they are joining the Explorer Alliance as an affiliate organization, which is exciting for us. So I'll put the spotlight on you, Ken, and you can talk more about it.
Well, just to give a little bit of background, the Association of Lunar and Planetary Observers, abbreviated as ALPO, and no, not the dog food, was founded in 1947 by the late Walter Haas. From what I understand, pretty much out of frustration. He was a mathematician, born and raised in Youngstown, Ohio, got into astronomy and so forth, but then he wound up in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and he always tried to convince the professional astronomy community that really heavy-duty amateurs could also contribute good data. And he was pretty much rebuffed for the most part, and he finally founded the ALPO in, I think it was the spring of 1947, as a means for other amateurs to exchange drawings, observing reports, very serious data collection with each other. And then over the years, the professional community began to take notice of the ALPO. Some of our more famous members include, or one of them especially, you've probably all heard of, was the late Don Parker.
Oh, yeah.
Passed away a few years ago. He was a great astro imager and a very, very well-renowned expert on Mars, planet Mars. It's been said that much of the data that we supplied as far as Earth-based observations of the planets has found its way to the professional community, that being institutions such as NASA, the Jet Propulsion Lab, various universities, and those who are doing specific studies on solar system objects. So we have and continue to contribute to real science. Think of the ALPO and other organizations like the AAVSO and so forth as the next step up from your local astronomy club, where you've learned to use your scope and you're finding your way around the sky. And maybe you've taken a real interest in our case, studying the planets, the moon, comets, meteors, the sun, whatever. And you really would like to take note of what you're observing in a very detailed way, submit it to the organization for inclusion in our quarterly journal, and actually contribute. And so that's pretty much a background on the ALPO. We've got hundreds of members. Most of them are in the United States, but many of them also are scattered across the world, the rest of the world. This coming weekend, we're having our next, well, they used to call them conventions, but the days of multi-hundreds of people attending these things is long gone. And this year would have been a smaller convention, or what I call a conference. But now with the pandemic being the way it is, we're doing what just about everybody else is doing, and we're having it virtually via Zoom. Not only via Zoom, but our conference is going to be carried on the ALPO YouTube channel and also live streamed on the ALPO Facebook page. So you have at least those three options, attending, or what they used to call online as far as lurking, watching via Zoom, or via the Facebook page, or via the YouTube channel. And at the conference, we have probably over 24, about a dozen and a half different presentations of different facets of solar system observations. I would chance doing a screen share, but I'll probably botch it. So I'm just going to give you an idea that we have a youth activities section in the ALPO, and Pam Shevak is a real ball of fire.
Oh, yeah.
To be talking about that. Richard Schmoody is going to be doing a very detailed report. Now, these are all 15-minute or so reports, so you're not going to be sitting there for an hour and a half each time. His talk is going to be on the visibility of Martian clouds. The talk by Carl Herkenrother, who is another extremely inspiring guy. He's our comet section head. Every time I hear this guy do a podcast with Tim Robertson, I want to stop the car and get out and observe for comets, but you can't do that at daytime. Carlos is a super guy. Roger Venable is going to be talking about the canals of Mars revisited, a comparison between the images between Hubble and Percival Lowell. That's on Friday. Saturday, more stuff on Mars, current observations of Jupiter. We have several people in this organization that are so good at imaging, it's hard to discern whether you're looking at one of their images or a Hubble image.
Wow.
That's how good Larry Owens and some of these people are. We have something on Mercury, Earth encounters with small asteroids and comets. We're also talking about the possibility of starting a new observing section, or at least trying to observe or locate or record exoplanets.
Oh.
Talk about the future of the ALPO.
Yeah.
So
I'm in. Yeah, that's my thing. The exoplanet thing. I've never
exoplanet.
given it. Yep.
Very.
I remember back in the early 90s when two gentlemen announced the discovery of an I think it was an exoplanet. And unfortunately, in their case, something proved to be faulty. I don't know if their data was faulty or something didn't work out, and they had to retract their announcement. And I don't remember who they were and so forth. And it was like, oh my God, they must feel so bad. But since then, we've got something like 3,000 documented exoplanets out there.
Yeah.
It's, and with the optics, the quality of the optics, such as the kind I'm sure that Explorer Scientific is working on, it's just a matter of time before high-end amateurs are able to do some very, very good imaging, possibly, of some of these exoplanets. Now, a little more about the conference. Besides the talks, and you know, I'll get to the timing and so forth in a minute. We're going to present an award. We have two awards that we give out this year. We're going to give one of the two awards out to one gentleman who is a very, very active observing contributor. His name is Howard Eskelson. He's in Ocala, Florida. And after that, now this is on Saturday afternoon after the last talk. And then after that, we're proud to have as our keynote speaker, so to speak, somebody that I'm sure you all know, and that's Ms. Pranvera Aseni.
Yes.
She's another ball of fire. She's just perky, very professional, very knowledgeable. Her English is top notch. She's from Kosovo originally, and working on her planetary science master's degree at the University of California, Santa Cruz, if I recall correctly. So she's going to be our keynote speaker at the end of or after the last talk on Saturday. Now, as far as the times, no matter where you're located, you will be able to observe this. I'm going to tell you that the first talk, both on Friday and Saturday, the conference opens at 1 p.m. Eastern Time in the United States, which translates, of course, to 10 a.m. Pacific Time in the United States, and then you can carry it through otherwise. I think that's 1700 hours Universal Time. There'll be about 15 minutes per segment, and at one point in each of the 2 days, we'll have a bathroom break. And the last talk on Friday will be at 4:45 Eastern Time, and that's it for that day. On Saturday, again, we'll come to order about 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 Pacific, 1700 UT. After the last talk ends, or the last talk begins at 4:45, and after that will be the excuse me, the presentation of the Observers Award, named for Walter Haas, the founder of the organization, and that'll be followed, of course, by Ms. Haisemi's talk on really the impetus and the encouragement of women to get involved in STEM career fields. That's what her talk is going to be focusing on. And she'll be talking for, I think, about 35, 45 minutes, and of course, take questions. Normally, when we had in-person conferences, that the last part of the conference, the presentation of an award or awards, and the keynote speech was at a dinner. So this time it will be as well, but this time there's no limit on the menu because the dinner is on you at your table.
Right.
Let's see here. Some notes here. Now, all of the presentation slots have been filled. As far as door prizes go, we're very proud, top notch here. We've got three good sets of door prizes. The first one, of course, is the 82 degree series 8.8 millimeter eyepiece from this company, and that's a good field right there.
Thank you.
Can you describe that a little bit more in detail so that whoever gets it knows what they're gonna?
Yeah, it's a 1 1/4 inch. It's a 1 1/4 inch, 82-degree apparent field eyepiece. Uh, like all of our Explore Scientific eyepieces, this is a argon gas purged eyepiece. And I don't remember off the top of my head what the eye relief and specs are, but I can find it out real quick. With an 8.8.
By the way, it's a $200 value. Free is good.
That's true. That's true. So here we are. It has eye relief of 15.6 millimeters, and it is, as I mentioned, 82-degree apparent field. The weight of the eyepiece is almost 9 ounces, and comes with a soft silicone rubber eye cup. Comes with a little pouch case, and comes with that awesome forever warranty.
One of our good best sellers, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
This is great so I picked this eyepiece out for Lunar Planetary work.
Yeah,
That's the
keep it
reason I chose that focal length.
right.
Um, okay, and we have another observing aid. This is from also our good friends at Celestron, and the donation there is a next image, a next image 5 camera, and I'll let all of you log on to Celestron to find out the details about it. It's, I'm sure, a very good quality product, so we're looking forward to that. At this time, I'm waiting to hear back from other places, but at this time, the only other freebies that we're going to offer is the ALPO itself. All of you who choose to log in, whether it's by Zoom or YouTube or Facebook ALPO, if you contact us during or after the conference, or go to the ALPO homepage, which is alpo-astronomy.org, and email us that way, email our membership secretary. We will send off to you a PDF file of the most recent ALPO journal. Comes out 4 times a year. I kid around with people and tell them that if you're really into, as I said, solar system, Earth-based observing, you're going to love this stuff. If you're not and you can't sleep, this will take care of it. This will take care of it. But you'll get a free PDF file of it, usually anywhere between 80 and 100 pages. And if you do choose to join, we will extend your first year membership, which is only $18, by 1 extra issue of the journal. So that's our contribution. We'll see who else steps up and would like to help us out. But we're not into this for the money. We're into this for the betterment of the hobby, to contribute to real science, because I'm a big science believer, and spread the joy. I want to say also in a related thing here, by the way, Jerry, I had my run-in with Windows 10 updates about a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
when all of a sudden I couldn't print, couldn't create PDFs, couldn't print anything. I wound up regressing back to the previous update, and that took care of it. The next Windows update took care of it again, so I was able to print. So it's always a surprise,
Right. Yeah.
always a surprise. And also, here in Atlanta, it was not the best of evenings, although the moon was out for a while. But did anybody or was anybody able to participate in Saturday evening's International Observe the Moon activities?
That's it.
I did not myself, but I did look at the moon.
And here went out on the way to Panera Bread and saw it up there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we had clouds, so I wasn't able to observe the moon that night. Otherwise, I was planning on it, but it's been cloudy the last few days.
Well, the forecast was cloudy, cloudy, and then more cloudy, so I didn't bother to get my stuff out. So my wife and I headed around 8:30 to head out for supper, and clear as a bell for a while. So um, really, um, we don't. The ALPO does not have chapters. It's centrally based. Our membership is all over the place. Even our officers are all over the place. But we're a very enthusiastic group, and there's no fee to attend virtually this conference. And as I said, the uh, a membership, an online, we call it an online membership, is only $18. The journal comes out quarterly, and there's a hard copy subscription available, and I think it's $43 per year because we don't have the funds to print hard copy issues completely in color. So anyway, whatever you want to do, but we would like to have as many people out there with us and possibly see that there is something for you to do, even with a 60 millimeter or a 20-inch light bucket.
Awesome. That's great.
Anything else? Any questions that might have come up?
I don't think we have anything out of chat right now. Let me just double check that.
Okay.
Don't see anything right now, but if you do have any questions, and if you are interested in observing the planets, why not do some science on the planets too? And you can do that with the Association of Lunar and Planetary Observers. It is a venerable program. In fact, I'll show you a picture that I took with a couple of the people that he had mentioned in this program. This is, I'll share this. This is me at the 2008 Astronomical League conference, and on my left side, well, actually to my right side in the photo is Walter Haas,
Yes.
one of the nicest guys you'd ever hope to meet.
Yes.
Next to the other nicest guy you'd ever hope to meet, which was Donald C. Parker, luminary and world famous planetary photographer. So that's really cool. It was great to know both of those people. And, if you stacked up all the accomplishments of these two guys together, you'd go from here to the end of the universe. It was awesome. It was awesome. And we miss them. So thank you very much, Ken, for joining us. Next, what we're going to talk about a little bit is the fact that the Explorer Alliance has joined the NASA Night Sky Network, which is an outreach program with NASA, and they do amazing stuff through multiple programs. One of them right now, the big one I think is called Big Sky Astronomy or something. It is a planetarium program that they have. These guys have clubs, affiliate clubs all over the country, and this is a NASA program, so it's cool to be affiliated with that. So if you're a paying member of the, or actually not even a paying member, you can be any member of the Explorer Alliance. You are now a member also of the NASA Night Sky Network. So, and you're going to want to check them at nightsky.jpl.nasa.gov, and I will put that link up here on chat, and you can check them out.
Scott, may I add one thing?
Yes.
Anybody who's interested in this conference that I just covered, the last thing I want to say, and being nervous, I forgot to say this, contact Tim Robertson, and his email address is extremely easy. cometman@cometman.net.
Cometman@comet.com.
cometman.net.
Oh, .net.
.net. And he'll get back to you with the Zoom information, the login information, whatever.
There you go. Okay, that's correct. That's correct. And I think I put in one dots too many on my Night Sky Network URL, so I'll fix that. There it is. There we go. Now you got it. Those last two entries on our chat are correct. And so I think in closing, we will talk a little bit about the Global Star Party 12 tomorrow. So we've got a great lineup of people. So the regulars, David Levy is going to be on. Kelly Beatty will be giving his section on what's, the future of or the state of amateur astronomy. I think this is his 5th installment. I think he was supposed to do that during the 10th Global Star Party, which did not go off. So, and then we've got Libby and the Stars. We've got Mike Simmons. We have Nadine Frosch, who wrote a poem about Saturn. And she wrote this poem when she was going through a very difficult time in her life, and a view through Saturn gave her a new perspective and inspired her to write this poem. So she read this poem, and I'm busy putting the audio together with some images of Saturn that you'll hear on the show. We have Mike Simmons is also going to come back on with visions of one sky, where it's artists and poetry and stuff like that he encountered along the way of his journey of bringing people together all over the world. So that's really going to be fascinating. The Star Party this time is going to be broken up into sections. So the first section is going to be lectures, presentations, kind of formalized. The second section will be about art and poetry. And then the third section will be astrophotographers. So it'll be live imaging, live image processing, okay? And then the last part of it, we'll have another break. You have 10-minute breaks between each one. The last part of it will be freeform. It'll be an open panel. The astronomers can share whatever they want to on the on the program, just as long as they're on topic. They're going to be fine. So that is the way that we're rolling for Global Star Party 12. It starts the live broadcast. You'll see us coming on at 8 p.m. Central, and ends whenever it ends. So that's it. And like always, the Astronomical League will be on with us as our door prize sponsor. And we have some prize partners that have come on board, which would include Astro Courses, which is headed up by Gary Palmer. And another one is called the Vacuum of Space. Vacuum of Space, where they have all these astronomical T-shirts and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. That's I think that wraps up our program today. Gentlemen, do you guys have anything more to add here?
Never give up.
Never give up.
Yep.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Ken. That's great. And let's see. We will start to sign out. And here we go. And good night, guys. We'll see you.
Take care, Jerry.
All right, thanks, Ken. I
Good night.
appreciate it.